Hello and welcome to our how-to video on the risk log. Today we're going to be looking at how we can utilize risks in the context of projects. In Mission Control, there's a standalone tab where we can access risks relating to projects, and this is in the risk log tab. And over here you'll not only find a place to add, update or delete risks, but you will also find a lot of useful information like the risk matrix, the risk summary, or you'll also find graphs sorted by category or by status. We also have the option to sort risks by column headings, and we also have the option to collaborate via chatter. So let's have a look. So there's a few places where we can access the risk log tab from. So the first being from the progress pad over here. If you click into view risk log, you'll reach the risk log, and it's going to show you all the risk risks relating to all the projects. You can also access it from the risk log. It's the same page. Or if you want to drill down into a project level, you can go into a project and go into the risk log tab over here, and you'll see only risks relating to this specific project. If you find that you don't have this risk log tab, you can go into the role record or role object and click on this list view project overview page, and you'll find that you just need to make sure that the view risk tab is checked for you, and it should show the risk log tab over here for you. Going back to the risk log tab over here, by default it will come with all full list view, so you can add more list views and you can update based on your requirements. So we'll have a look at how we can do that in a moment. So one way that you can add risk is clicking on this new risk button over here. Another way you can add it is by searching for a project over here. So let's say delivery date concerns, and you can either click enter or click on this plus icon. And if you like, you see that there's a risk detail tab over here. You can click on it to close or open it. When you click on each one of these records, you'll find more details for it. You'll also see the chatter tab for it. So if you like to collaborate via chatter, you can do so from here. If you double click on a record, you can make changes to it. So let's say I'm gonna say the status is increasing. So, and the weekly status report is something that you can include risks into. So there's another place where you need to enable the setting to, which is at the project level. And if you'd like to, there's some risks that you want to include in the weekly status report to show to clients. And if you don't want certain risks to be shown to certain clients, you can check and uncheck based on your requirements. So I'm just gonna say I need to include this into the weekly status report, and I'm gonna assign it a category of this time, and there's an impact rating and there's a probability rating, and both of these value so there's a score and a probability score as well, and these values are determined by the value that you're selecting. So it ranges from 1 to 3, so from low to high. So the probability of the delivery date, right? Yeah, delivery date concern. The impact it's going to have is going to be high, and probability is medium right now. So I'm just going to click save, and then we'll see that it has updated. So 3, 2, and then it's multiplied the values and given us a 6 value for it. You can check this box over here to make sure that the risk is closed or it's not a risk anymore. So you can just click over here, or you can click it from here, and you'll see that the status has updated to closed. If you want to add risk, you can also add risks from the utility bar. You'll find this utility bar anywhere you go inside the Mission Control app, so you can simply add it from here. Or if you want, you can go into the project level, and if you, let's say you're working on a specific project, you can add risk from the trackpad over here. You can open up the trackpad, add risk, and let's see how we can promote a risk into. So if you go into the risk tab over here, so I'm just going to click on one of them, and we can promote a risk from here to an issue. So it'll pick up some details from the risk record, and you can add more details if you like, and then click save. Now let's go back to the risk log, and as you see, there's a few filters here that I've added. So list views, so I've created an economic financial risk list view, so we can add more of those by going into the risks tab and clicking on this cogwheel icon here and clicking on new, and you can assign a name for it. So let's say I need all of my risks relating to the Ripcore project website. All users can view this list view. Save. And I'm going to update this to all risks, and I'm going to add a filter so that, and I'm also going to copy over the name of the project. Go back to risks and change this to Ripcore website. Filters, add and save. Add a new filter, project, yep, and equals to this, done, and save. And then I'm going to edit the fields that can be shown here. So I'm going to add more fields here. I'm going to say category, show me impact score, probability score, the project, the risk score, move the project up, and area of impact as well. And yep, save. Let's close it from here. So you'll see all of these are risks relating to the Ripcore website. And if we go back into the risk log, I can select the list view, Ripcore website list view from here, and it's going to show me all of the records relating to that list view based on the filters I've set, and it will also update the summary. So as you can see over here. So as we saw earlier that there was include in a weekly status report checkbox, and we can include this into the weekly status report and send that over to clients. So what you want to do first is obviously make sure that the whichever risk you want to include. So let's say I don't want to include the resources concern risk. I'm gonna uncheck it, click save. And another thing I'm going to do is make sure that the risk appendix is shown onto the weekly status report, and we can do that by going onto the project record, so Ripcore website, and edit the record. So in status report settings, the include risks is checked for me, so I'm just gonna cancel for now, and we can go in to the preview status report. So we scroll down, so you'll see that there's a risk summary here, and if you go back to the risk log first, there's 5 of them, and there's a resource concerns one that should be missing from here, and you'll see that there's 4 here, so the resource concern one is missing from here. So that's how you can configure the weekly status report for risks. So that concludes our how-to video on the risk log in mission control. Please do reach out to us if you have any questions via email or support tickets. We have other resources that you can take advantage of, like a very detailed user guide, the training videos on our website, searchable knowledge base, and the learning portal as well. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.